next guest served as the voice of the Biden administration as the 34th White House press secretary. She's been a longtime presence in politics. Now you can see her on TV in a different capacity, hosting Inside with Jen Psaki on MSNBC. She's also, she's got a new book out, y'all. It's called Say More, Lessons from Work, the White House, and the World. Everybody say hello to Jen Psaki.
It's made for people who are 5'10", and neither of us
I had to have it altered. Yeah. It's great to see you.
It's so great to see you. I will tell you, I listen to your music in the car when I'm having like a tough day. They're breakup songs, I know.
Okay, yes,
but
a lot
of
them.
When the man is getting me down, I'm like singing loud Kelly Clarkson in the car.
I am here for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I have to say that your life has to get pretty chaotic, especially just hectic whenever you're in the White House. Is it less hectic now that you're not doing that every day?
Definitely less hectic, very different. I mean, as you know, hosting a show is a privilege. It's an opportunity, and you want to bring it and bring something to say every time you do it. So I take that very seriously, but it's a different, not quite. I'm not waking up in the morning looking at my phone thinking, oh my God, what is happening in the world that I have to answer questions on. A little different from that. And even when I was in the White House, I looked for breaks. I mean, I used to do pizza nights every Friday night when I was in the White House. I'd kind of clock out for a couple of hours. I still try to do something similar with my family now. And guess what? The world continues. You know?
I'm not a surgeon. No one's dying.
I'm not a surgeon. I'm not saving lives.
No one is going to die if I don't do something.
Exactly.
The email will be fine. Answer to 8 a.m.
Turns out.
Turns out, yes. Well, what was your first time? I had a very unfortunate first meeting with President Obama. But I heard you had a funny story as well.
We'll have to compare stories. Maybe now's the moment, because mine was very embarrassing.
Wow. Mine is pretty rich. It's pretty great,
Well, so the first time I met President Obama, he was running for president, I was sent by the campaign to go staff him, so you travel with the president or the candidate in Chicago, and I was very nervous. And I was sitting in his car, which seems like a strange thing, right? Well, you're sitting in his car, and he's gonna get into the car after you're already in it. And I was like, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna think of something that's like really cool and just... You know, I was like, I'm gonna say something that's savvy, and he's gonna think she's smart and witty too. You know, who knows? And I said, you know, I'm sure you're wondering who I am and why I'm in your car, right? Good thing, okay? I was like, I crushed that, right? But I was so nervous. I somehow like got my bag arm caught on the side of the car. The entire thing of my bag emptied onto his lap. I mean, now, and I'm talking just to get like into the details here for everybody. It was like, yes, my phone and lipstick. It was like tampons. It was like everything, right? So he just kind of picked it all up, put it back, helped me put it back in my purse, looked at me, and I was like, oh, maybe this is the end. Like, maybe this is the end. I did work for him for 10 years after that. And he probably didn't remember that story until now. So now I'm just telling it
That's good. That's good. You always want them to forget. Well, do explain more about your book. No, let's talk about your book.
Sure.
Yes. Why did you want to do this at first? Like, why is this something important to you to do?
I mean, it seems very relevant now that we're talking about things we screwed up. You learn a lot being in politics or government, working for 2 presidents, in any industry really, after 20 years. And I had all these stories I wanted to tell, and honestly, they weren't about like, here I was at a moment where I had a front seat to history. I had some of those, certainly, but it was more about mistakes I made, things I wish I would have done differently.
Being human.
Would have handled being human. And there was something about turning 40 that I kind of thought, but I started to feel more comfortable in my own skin. I felt like I could tell all these stories when I screwed up. So really, I wanted to write a book for my daughter, for my son, things I want to tell them when they're old enough. And that's why I wrote it.
I love that reason. That's a great reason to do it. Well, Jen's new book, Say More, is out now, y'all, and everyone in the audience is getting a copy.